you'll notice that all of our buildings changed look too, except for our towers and walls. Oh, hey, a man-at-arms. Oh, hey, so you finally actually started progressing. That's interesting. Speaking of progressing, let's upgrade to longswordsmen. We can also create knights, which aren't actually as good for the Turks, and camels. I'm going to get a whole bunch of camels just because I can, and because we haven't really shown them off yet. Also, their selecting noises are hilarious. Yes, they do in fact make camel noises. The sound of them dying is also kind of funny as well, but hey, I'm not going to kill one of them just to show that off. Anyway, oh, you've run out of stone. Okay, there's some stone out there. Yes, there's some stone right there, so go ahead and build another mining camp. Right there. Except for one of you. You there. There are a lot of new buildings in the castle age, and I want a monastery now. Because we're going to get that relic. If we don't get that, our enemies could get all of them, and that could end badly. And hey, we're upgraded to longswordsman, that's nice. Okay, monastery's going up. Right. Now, you will also build us a university. University is particularly useful in fortress maps, because at a university, you can upgrade your walls and towers, and I'm going to show that off in a little bit. At the moment, though, we're going to get a monk and have him go and collect that relic. Actually, two, because I want to get that second relic as well. And over here, we're going to research squires to make our infantry faster. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade our archers, just because why the heck not? And let's get some cavalry upgrades too. Now, you go ahead and... Is there anything else? Oh, of course, there are a lot of other things we need to build. We can build extra town centers, but with the rate at which we're gathering resources, any more would be overkill at this point. Yeah, I probably have enough resources to probably end the game right here, but I'm going to keep this game going just for the benefit of actually showing, you know, just how I tend to play these games. Now, I'm going to build a castle, and as you can see, every architecture set has different castles. The Middle Eastern one looks nice. My personal favourite castle design is the... We've got a relic, okay, you bring that relic back right now. My personal favourite castle design is the Eastern European castle, which if these Goths somehow built a castle, that would be kind of cool. Do I hear swords? Oh, and he's dead. Haha! Yeah, anyway, my army's pretty massive, but yeah. This monk over here, you are going to go ahead and get this other relic. That is, if the enemy doesn't already have it. Now, the university. Chemistry, well, actually, chemistry wouldn't be available until the next stage. Actually, let's go ahead and add some more things to the queue, and research the plow upgrade that makes farming faster, because why the heck not? This here is the fortified wall upgrade. This will upgrade all of our stone walls into fortified walls, which are much stronger and look a heck of a lot cooler. I'll put this monk with over there, just in case anyone needs healing. At the monastery, oh, okay, this is interesting. We've got fortified walls. As you can see, they look cooler, and they're actually really pretty strong. There's two. Man-at-arms. That could be deadly for the monk, though. Gotta watch out for that. The music here. I'll just mention this for a second. And where am I being attacked? Oh, boy. Run! Army! Army! I don't want to send my camels in. Cavalry! Get them! That's my castle. Get your hands off it. Okay, that's a lot of enemies. You guys. Wow, looks like we're going to actually get to see some serious action. Actually, it makes sense that the Goths are going to... Camels are pretty terrible against infantry. Makes sense that the Goths are going to actually get start spamming men-at-arms on us, because the Goths are all about spamming cheap units. Very quickly as well. But very soon, I reckon we're going to have this victorious. Those last two men-at-arms are about to be run down, and they're gone. After we take this castle, after we build this... fitting that we're building a castle on atop a mountain of enemy corpses. Cue evil laugh. But, yes, after we've got this What? One of you survived? Yeah, never mind. You there, bring that relic back to our monastery. If these are the only two relics on the map and I start getting a relic victory, I'm gonna... What? There's more? Oh, wow. Okay, he's sending all of his forces at us. Cavalry, don't charge the spearmen. That's not going to end well for you. Archers, shoot spearmen. And our monk is going ahead and starting to heal. Once this castle goes up, let's kill that guy. Wow, they're sending a lot of units at us. Once the castle goes up, We shouldn't have to worry about attacks from this area for a long time. Wow, they're sending a lot of units. The thing about the Goths is they can replenish their losses very, very, very quickly, and you're really going to know that if you play against them. Come on, castle. Wow, they're sending an awful lot of units at us. Wow, they got a lot of units. Okay, very soon this castle will be up and we won't really have to deal with much of this. Come on, castle. Almost there, almost there. Come on, castle, you can do it. Let's go ahead and research a actually, let's get murder holes because that's really going to help once we get the castle activated. Once we get the castle up. Come on, castle! We probably should have assigned more villages to this. Even in turbo castles take ages to build. And castle! Excellent. Now you go back and, is there anything else we can build? Also, this music... Wow, you've already mined out that stone. We probably have more stone than we'll ever need, so you go and get some gold.
Come on.
You guys, head back. There is no need for us to patrol there anymore unless the enemy somehow starts getting siege weapons. We have a castle, which is cool, and it's going to be guarding this territory. Let's just say that mountain of corpses is going to be added to very, very frequently. Hi, Spearman. Bye, Holy crap, Mangonel! Right! They have siege weapons! And mangonels are not very effective against castles, so, yeah. We're probably going to have to start guarding a little bit. Actually, you know what? You guys, get in the castle. If a siege weapon comes out, I said, get in the castle. I said, get in the castle, you fools. Get in the... You idiots. Right, good. Get in the castle. If anything dangerous comes out, I'll send them out. Right then. Siege weapons! Speaking of which, we probably should have built a siege workshop by now. Normally it would be terrible to have this many idle villages and, Oh, that's why I don't have a siege workshop! Yes, the blacksmith is a prerequisite for the siege workshop. I can't believe I almost forgot. Yes, the blacksmith is... You need to build a mining camp. The blacksmith is in fact a prerequisite for siege workshop. I can't believe I forgot about that. So, good thing to get one of those. Let's research bloodlines to get better cavalry. And this music is actually music from the Conquerors expansion. Both, yeah, the original and the Conquerors, what the heck, become a farmer. Anyway, both the original and the Conquerors, where am I being attacked? Where am I being attacked? Oh, another catapult, but it's dead. So that's fine. Anyway, you can try all you want, but you will never take this castle. Okay, right, that wall was dead, so speaking of which, you know what I'm going to do? You know what, just because I feel like it, let's get some towers and build a couple of towers next to this castle. Just for overkill. Speaking of towers, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade them to guard towers. That is the next upgrade for watchtowers, and it's pretty useful if you're playing defensively like I am here. Now then, let's go ahead and get, I'll just get Redemption just because that lets your monks convert buildings, but I really doubt I'm going to need that, but hey, just in case. Also, I'm going to start getting some Janissaries. Janissaries are the Turkish unique units. They are basically a hand cannoneer before hand cannoneers are even available. Hand cannoneers are a gunpowder unit that's available from the archery range in the Imperial Age. Hand cannoneers are basically gun users in the Middle Ages, yeah. And Janissaries are basically hand cannoneers, but even better. As you can see, they have a very high attack score, but firearm... Holy crap, bad. You're about to see why mangonels are really, really good against massed infantry. Yeah, mangonels are annoying. But yes, as you can see, these Janissaries are, let's move you over there just in case, Okay, the one problem with the Conqueror soundtrack is, eventually, the song that horrifies the crap out of me is going to play, and that scares me. Let's go ahead and build a couple of these. It's not this one. Okay, you guys, where's another forest that you can start chopping? That's a little close to the enemy for my liking. Down here. Build me a lumber camp right here, and you start chopping wood. I've got way more resources than I'll ever need. Oh, by the way, my watchtowers are guard towers now. Now I'll get Masonry to increase building HP, just for added overkill on the defensive front. We have that. What the heck, I'll just research Atonement to convert enemy monks.
Defend him.
Now, I can get a siege workshop now, and I will want to do that right now, because bombard cannons, which the Turks are really, really good at, those things are built from the siege workshop. Hey, and I've got a line of not hand cannoneers, janissaries. They're basically better hand cannoneers. Janissaries, yeah. Think about holy frig, run away, run. You kind of need to micromanage your units a little bit when it comes to dealing with these things. If you keep moving, mangonels are not so bad, but if you don't and stay bunched up, they're going to slaughter you quite badly. Speaking of getting slaughtered badly, that guy's going to get... Yeah. So, the thing about janissaries and hand cannoneers, early firearms were not the most reliable of things, and that's really an understatement. Basically, they're extremely inaccurate at long range. You go chop wood down here. They're extremely inaccurate at long range. Think of them like shotguns. Use them up at close range. At long range, again, their accuracy really suffers. And that's part of what keeps them from being totally overpowered. Notice how most of the shots are missing until they get relatively close? Yeah, Z-up, yep, they're mostly missing. But at close range, stuff dies very, very quickly. So, hand cannoneers are nice like that. I can actually get battering rams right now if I want, but I'm not going for a military victory here. I'm just going for defensive, so I'm not going to actually start getting them. I will probably want some bombard cannons later just to show those off. Now, I actually going to need more houses. And let's just get some better weapons and armor from the blacksmith. And at this rate, I've done just about... Oh, ballistics! This is actually pretty useful if you're using long-range stuff. Ballistics is an upgrade for archers that makes them a lot more accurate. Well, that's basically the short version. The long version, I'll explain that when I cover the technology in more detail later. Actually, I might want to get a couple of mangonels just to take out infantry. Oh, speaking of mangonel, run! Getting close, getting close, getting close. Kill it now. Perfect. Yeah, you need to kind of order your units to move around a little bit, and it's gone back to this theme. Well, that's interesting. This is the start of the Conqueror's loop of songs. Kind of weird that it went back to this one, but I'm not complaining because it's going to miss out on the song that I am absolutely terrified of. Oh my god, that song scares me so much. Seriously, it really does. Like, that song was major nightmare fuel for me during my childhood. It really was, and it still scares me. Okay, I think it's about time we go to the Imperial. Actually, we haven't even got handcart yet, really? Sorry if this is kind of boring you. Things will get a lot more interesting once we hit the Imperial Age, believe me. Okay, I'll send you guys over there. Handcart done. Let us go to the Imperial Age. I'm kind of liking this turbo mode, only for the sake of showing off a map. You'll notice that I have a really pretty well-established city here and a well-established army. Things are looking pretty... Holy... stupid. Yeah, you gotta kind of pay attention to all of your units lest they become too dumb to even start running into range of... or more likely, standing still in the face of enemy catapults. Yeah, that never ends well. You're never gonna catch him. Save yourself the trouble. Come on, Imperial Age. Once we hit the Imperial Age, we will have chemistry right off the bat, and we'll be able to start making gunpowder units, well, aside from Janissaries, because, oh, we get Cavalry Archers. Cavalry Archers are actually really, really good, and are some of the best units in the game if micromanaged properly, so I want to show off a few of those. And we're in the Imperial Age. Our town centre looks pretty cool. We still don't have Loom yet, really. In the Imperial Age, we have a lot of stuff to do. We can upgrade our long swordsmen to two-handed swordsmen. We can upgrade our towers even further. We can research bombard towers so we can start building those. Interesting thing is, bombard towers are not an upgrade to regular towers. They actually have to be built separately. They're considered a totally separate unit. Uh-oh, where are we being attacked? Where are we being attacked? Okay, and now that we have chemistry, our mangonels fire flaming projectiles, which is awesome. Thing you need to watch out for with mangonels is they can in fact harm your own units. Oh, this could be bad. The Goths are starting to deploy their unique unit, the Huskarl. Huskarls are actually kind of a bit of a danger to us. Because, well, here's the thing. Huskarls, the main gimmick with Huskarls is they are extremely resilient to archer fire. They have a base of 6 pierce armor, and that includes Janissaries and other gunpowder units. They are actually really, really dangerous to any ranged heavy civilization that the Turks... Oh god, it's this song! Oh god, this is the song that horrifies me. Oh my god, I'm actually getting scared now. Okay. The sound that's about to come up, okay. It may... Oh my god, they have a petard. Sorry, I'm getting on edge because of this song. Right then. This is not so bad. I'll get a couple of bombard cannons. Is it weird that I'm running out of wood? Is it weird that this song makes me break out into a call? This bit! This bit! This bit! This bit! What the hell kind of instrument makes a noise like that? Oh my god, okay, I know that very few people share my sentiments here. It's weird though, because the rest of the song is amazing. This part of the song, I love this part of the song. This part of the song is really great. You'll hear it in a minute, and it's actually really awesome, but I'm actually scared. Like, really, that sound still terrifies me. I'm probably a little weird in thinking this, and you know what? It gets worse. It plays again later on in the song. Let's upgrade to elite to heavy cavalry archers. See, this is really nice. I like this. Oh, hey, Houseman has stopped building houses. You must continue to build houses for me. This part of the song is really nice. I like this part of the song. It's great. I love this part of the song. It just... The other part, and it gets even worse because the other part comes back. Anyway, I'll just distract myself. Here we have bombard cannons. Bombard cannons are a siege unit that is very good against both units and buildings. It's kind of more like a holy... Anyway. They're very powerful, but they're kind of slow. But they take a lot of research, but those are their main drawbacks. Bombard cannons are amazingly powerful, and you probably want to start making them later on. They're great against both units and structures. Speaking of structures, that game's falling down. Also, let's go ahead and upgrade our Janissaries to elite Janissaries and make them even stronger. Also, our light cavalry are now hussars because we're in the Imperial Age and that upgrade is free. We can also upgrade our camels to heavy camels and our knights to cavaliers, but since we're not using any knights, I won't go for that. I'll now upgrade our two-handed swordsmen to champions, the final unit in the swordsman line. Oh no. It's gonna come back. Yep! Here it comes again! Oh, when I was a kid, I used to mute my sound whenever this happened. If you trap yourself, I will laugh so much. Oh, I hate this bit. Oh, I hate this part. Oh, still hurts just listening to this. I know there are a lot of people who don't really share my sentiments on this. Like, there are a lot of people who thought I was really weird when I... Okay. Now he's trapped! When this happens, you can just do this. Just delete the house. This music is actually pretty nice, so the rest of the music is... And later on, I'll let the soundtrack probably go for a full loop, because there's a later song in the soundtrack that is absolutely... Holy crap, they've already breached the walls. That was what I was worried about with these bombard cannons. Hey, you got quite... So... they've already breached the walls. That's interesting. Yeah, the Goths are sending a lot of units our way, but none of them are going to get through my thin cannon line. That almost makes sense. Right, we also have access to the Turkish unique technology, which makes bombard cannons even better. Wow. Yeah, those walls are really starting to go down. Bombard cannons actually do a tiny bit of splash damage, and they actually can hurt your own units if you're not careful, but you usually it's actually not that bad. We have access to a bunch of other technologies in the castle, and we also have access to trebuchets. I'm not going to show trebuchets here because, yeah, they're a little... Our population limit was only 150, wasn't it? Actually, in that case, I might drop some of these Janissaries. You guys go help the other cannons. Now, I really hope these guys don't totally destroy the enemy town before we have a chance to actually do what we're planning on doing. But anyway, champion completed. We have... Oh, let's research Bombard Towers. I want to at least show off a few of those before we finish this scenario. Parthian Tactics, something that really benefits cavalry archers, or in my case, heavy cavalry archers. In fact, we should probably send you down. As you can see, cavalry archers are very, very fast. They're excellent for hit-and-run tactics, just like they were in real life. And now we can form a line of guns actually leading out here. You know what? I'm going to send some of my cavalry archers... Actually, no, wait a minute. Parthian Tactics is complete. Let's research architecture to make our buildings even stronger. And now that we've researched Bombard Tower, where's an idle villager? You there. Could you build us some Bombard Towers, please? Bombard Towers, yes, they have to be built separately to regular towers, but they are worth it. Very much worth it. I could probably completely wipe these guys off the map at any time I wanted, but I'm not going for a military victory here just for the sake of showing off something. Yeah, we can get battering rams too. Oh, we've run out of farms in the farm queue. Farm queue again. And what's going on with the gold situation? We ran out of gold, that's why. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get that gold down there. Oh, we haven't even researched these speedy gold mining technologies. We should probably go ahead and do that. Oh, this music is really good too, I love this. The Conquerors has a lot of really great tracks that I love, actually. This game in general actually has some surprisingly good music. Let's get some chainmail armor for our troops. And what the heck, let's go ahead and research. Actually, that costs a lot of gold. I can't even afford that. I'll probably talk about monastery technologies a bit later. Okay, what can we do with this? Okay, actually, yes, castle technologies. We've got a few here. Hoardings basically makes castles stronger. We probably don't really need that since this castle is not in any danger anyway. Sappers. This one is pretty interesting. Villagers get 15 plus attack against buildings. So, hey, for those villagers stuck in combat, who's laughing now? Conscription makes all units produce 33% faster. That is an excellent technology to research when you have the chance. And hey, we've got Bombard Towers already. They've got quite long range on them, as you can see. I'm going to send one cavalry archer in to explore here while we're researching up some... Actually, not just yet, because I'm going to wait till we do something very cool. Okay then, we have another technology. This is spies, and it only costs that much gold, really? Okay, in a turbo game, this is generally... I'm probably able to research this. In fact, I probably should, just to show off what it does. I'll research that later if I have the gold. Spies is the same as cartography, but for enemies. It lets you see everything they see. Sounds totally broken. Well, there's a cost, a big one. Spies costs 200 gold for every villager your enemy has. In standard games, if your enemy has a lot of villagers, this costs so much it's almost totally not worth it. It will cost you more gold than you'll probably ever have over the course of the whole game. Yeah. To top it all off, Spies is only available in random map games. It's actually not available in Deathmatch. In Regicide, you get another special technology, but we'll cover that a bit later. Now, actually I could go ahead and research it, but I'll do that a bit later. I'll keep saying I'll do that a bit later. Now, we have probably more than enough food to last us forever. So, everyone on farm duty, stop. You are farming no longer. Go ahead and deposit your food. You are now builders because we're about to do something awesome. Something that was the whole reason I basically did this random map game. Look at that huge patch of snow. That looks like a perfectly scenic location for something amazing. let's start building a wonder. And I can finally talk about this. A wonder is a building that costs an enormous amount of resources. 1,000 gold, 1,000 wood, and 1,000 stone. Believe me, I have a lot, but this is a turbo game. In a normal game, that's a hell of a lot of resources. As you can see, I've got a huge amount of villagers building this, and it's still taking forever. Wonders take ages to build, and you know what? While that wonder is going up, you there are going to build me some walls around it. You want to wall off your wonder. This music's pretty awesome too, actually. You want to wall off your wonder as soon as you can by doing something like this. Because wonders are extremely valuable and need to be protected at all costs. A wonder is a huge investment and takes ages to construct, and costs are basically a huge amount of your resources, not just literally, but metaphorically, because you have to dedicate a very large amount of villagers just to building this thing. But it's worth it. Oh boy, is it worth it. A wonder does basically nothing. It's pretty much totally useless. Except, if you build a wonder and protect it for a certain amount of time, you win. You win the game. And that's why the wonder takes so long to construct and costs so much. And that's why you want to protect it. The moment a player starts building a wonder, all enemies on the map will immediately be notified of its existence. Everyone on the map will be told, your enemy is building a wonder, you might want to try and stop them, and they will. Be prepared to face a lot of resistance when it comes to building a wonder. It is extremely difficult to pull off, but if you do pull it off, I don't have enough stone to... Oh, that's just a castle. Wall segments only cost 5 stone each, so, yeah. There we go. That should complete the wall. Right then. Oh, hi, other Mega L. You're gonna die, bro. Wow. Whoa, oh, there you go. One of them hit eventually. You guys, you might want to hold off a little bit. Hey, we've seen their town center. What happened to his farms? He should have had a whole bunch of farms. Anyway, right here. Just to show this off, because I'll probably never be able to show this off later on because it costs way too much, I'm going to go ahead and research spies. Spies is researched almost instantaneously, and you can see a giant effect on the map. Look here, we can see everything they can see. Look, there's that siege workshop that's been plaguing us, there's a university, there's a castle, there's a mill, there's their town. They really don't have that much. Normally on higher difficulties they would have a lot more, but they don't really have that much. Ha! Their monastery has a blue flag on it. That means it's got a relic.
Come on.
You know what? I feel really bad for this, but let's sack the place! We can also, we share their line of sight, so we can see where all of their troops are. Nothing will surprise us ever again. And it's down, and what are you guys still oh, you're firing at that guy. Anyway, also, that siege workshop has been plaguing us for too long. Let's take it out. Oh, they had 2 relics. Okay. I did not realize they had 2 relics. Right then. Where are our monks? I want to get one of them, but I don't want to trigger a relic victory just yet. Villager?
Efendim.
Villager?
Usta.
Are you stuck? Please don't tell me you're stuck. Oh, right! You weren't stuck. You were just a moron. Get away, get away, get away! Oh, too late. And you know what? Just because I'm feeling I'm feeling like I'm on a mean streak at the moment, let's take that castle out. Bombard cannon should be enough to do it, actually. I like this music too. Like, a lot of the music in this game I like. It's just that one song that's just so terrifying. Anyway, how's the wonder coming? Wow, it's not even halfway done yet. Yep, wonder victories take a very long time. Very, very long. What are you doing? Oh, right, you are stuck. Okay, you are going to build a gate. Right there, so you'll get yourself unstuck. What are you guys doing? said everyone shoot the castle. I did not say focus on the other thing, whatever you were focusing on. Yeah, castles take a while to breach in with bombard cannons. Battering rams are probably the best way to go, but hey, this castle is going down, so yeah. Also, yes, I mentioned before that Eastern Europe has my favourite design of castle. It's a little weird that I'm showing it off when I'm destroying it, but hey, bombards are being attacked. Yeah, bombard cannons have a minimum range, so that thing is too close to us. Let's see if I can actually hit him. Shoot him! Shoot him! Oh, almost, not quite. And we got him, okay. Just destroy that university, just because. Anyway. Okay, gate's done, and the rest of the walls are done too, and she's automatically started to go back onto the... Well, actually, go back in there. You, silly villager. Close gates. Close gates, because if we let those enemies in, we'll never hear the end of it. So, come on, Wonder. Come on, Wonder. The rest of this is probably going to spend waiting for that Wonder. I reckon there's only 5 left in our population cap, so is there anything we don't have? Let's see. Let's just take this time to research every technology and upgrade that we possibly can. Yay! Actually, treadmill crane is going to help. Treadmill crane makes buildings get constructed faster. Oh yes, also, this music. This music is one of my favourite tracks in the game. And I'm really annoyed I didn't get this to play during the William Wallace campaign, because it would have been totally appropriate. This, I believe, is also the last track that plays before the whole soundtrack loops again, so I'm glad I got to show this. Get away from the tower, you silly, silly, silly people. Yeah, I totally could take this guy out, but I'm gonna wait until we get a Wonder. We're being attacked. Again? Really? You know what, just because you clearly seem to hate this mining camp so much, go ahead, destroy it. Destroy it, I don't really care. Hoardings, where? Faster wood chopping. Do you have any idle villages? Hey, you mined all that gold. Let's see if we can get some gold down here. Actually, we probably need a market just for completion's sake. Villager! There you are. Okay, build me a market. That market actually looks pretty cool. Okay, market will go up soon. Come on, Wonder. Wonder is almost done. Almost done. Wow, the Wonder's going to be done by the time we've actually got a full loop of the soundtrack. That's actually pretty cool. Cartography is useless to us. Those are all actually useless to us, so yeah. See, the reason why I'm not really focusing on getting them not to attack is because sometimes the AI has a tendency to resign when things look slightly bad, and I really don't want to tap before I get the Wonder up. Speaking of the Wonder up, 92! Come on, we're close, we're really close. You know you can do it, guys. Come on, guys. We're almost there, almost got this. What did I say about them resigning? Really? Really? Really, game? Really, game? Really? Just as I was saying, they have a habit of randomly resigning, and that I didn't want them to. They Really? Wow! 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 And that match still took an hour and a half despite the fact that it was turbo. This music, by the way, I love this victory theme. One of my favourite victory themes of all time. I still love this. So awesome. Anyway, let's check our stats. Oh, really? Didn't even get the Wonder up. Oh, damn it. Okay, I guess I'll have to show that off later. So, units killed. Wow, I killed a lot more than I thought. Units lost. The star means they did the best in that category. Buildings raised, 13. Largest army, Pretty much everything will go to me here. Wow, that's a lot of resources collected. Technology, and this shows the time it's taken me to reach each age. Research count 50, that's kind of... We only researched 47% of everything we could. That's actually kind of annoying. Castles, relics, relic golds. Total wonders, 0! You were this close to letting me get 1! But no! You just had to be all like, oh, I'm just gonna spite you at the last minute and not let you build that wonder! Ha ha! Ah, stupid rage-quitting AI. Anyway. And here's the timeline. This generally shows you that axe means there was a big battle at that point, but yeah. Timeline of the game and who was dominating, and let's say I was totally dominating there. But anyway, let's go back to the main menu, and well, that was a random map game. Probably pretty nice. So, thank you for that, and I'll try and show off wonders next time. Curse you, rage-quitting AI! And now it's time for Ye Old Fact of the Day. The Janissary. Well, I was kind of planning on doing the Wonder as my Fact of the Day for this one, and that happened. But it's a good thing that I'm able to talk about Janissaries here, because this may be the only chance I get to do so, because, again, the one scenario in the campaign mode where you get to use the Turks, they don't actually have access to gunpowder units, and I'm pretty sure that includes Janissaries, although not entirely sure about that, but probably does. But anyway, the Janissary is the Turkish unique unit. Now, it's a little weird that I'm talking about them before I talk about hand cannoneers, because Janissaries are basically a better version of hand cannoneers, and we haven't really seen hand cannoneers yet, so basically hand cannoneers are just Janissaries, but a bit worse, but available to everyone. Janissaries are a gunpowder unit, but they're available in the Castle Age, which is interesting, because normally you need chemistry for that, which is researched in the Imperial Age. So, yeah, the Turks get gunpowder units early. The other civilization that does is the Spanish, because their unique unit is also gunpowder-based. And in fact, the Spanish are also probably the second gunpowder-based civilization, but we'll be dealing with them later. The Turks, yes, they're very heavily gunpowder-based, and they get the Janissaries, which, again, are basically a gunpowder unit available much earlier than they normally would be. And it's very unlikely the Turks will actually need hand cannoneers, because they've got Janissaries, which are pretty much better in every way. They're better statistically, especially when upgraded to Elite, and the Elite Janissary upgrade is actually not that expensive by Elite Unique Unit upgrade standards. Most of them run you at least 1,000 food, so their Elite upgrade is surprisingly cheap. But yes, they're also equipped with actually melee armor, which is interesting, but the main draw to them is that considerable, decent range and very, very good attack power. They're very, very strong against infantry units, and unlike regular hand cannoneers, Janissaries have no minimum range, and their range is a bit longer than hand cannoneers. However, they do still suffer from the problem of, and this is a problem that regular hand cannoneers have too, is that, like I mentioned in the video, and I was hopefully able to show off with visual evidence, hand cannoneers, and that includes Janissaries, are not the most accurate of units. And the ballistics technology doesn't benefit them, I don't think. Ballistics does not benefit gunpowder units, so there's no way to increase their accuracy with any upgrades. So they're very inaccurate at long range, but at close range they do quite a lot of damage. And as such, like I've mentioned in this game, generally speaking, the best way to think of them is think of them almost as shotgun users in a way. They do most of their damage up close, but they are really, really devastating. And they shouldn't be employed like shotguns are usually employed in certain things. The Age of Empires 2 manual puts it as keeping non-ranged units from closing on other units, which kind of confused me when I was younger, but what it basically means is They keep melee units from getting too close to units that you don't want them getting close to. So a line of Janissaries, or hand cannoneers for that matter, are actually a very effective defensive formation, because any units trying to get close are going to be shot to ribbons because of that devastating accuracy at close range. And that's what hand cannoneers and Janissaries are really good for. They're, yes, like you've seen here, they're excellent units for holding the line, and they're great for protecting other units. So if you've got other units you want to guard, or units that you really don't want anything melee to get close to them, yeah, try putting them behind a line of hand cannoneers or Janissaries. Unfortunately, though, well, yeah, there is a few slight issues. One, and you kind of saw that the hard way here, Janissaries, when they're bunched up, like most infantry, but because they tend to stand still a lot to get the most out of their weapons, yeah, they can't really fire on the move, so because they tend to stand still a lot to fire their shots, they're really vulnerable to mangonels hitting them when they're all bunched up, and as you've seen here with video evidence, that hurts a lot. So mangonels are a bit of a problem for them, but that's where the Turks' better light cavalry comes into play. Light cavalry are very good at taking out siege engines, so you can use them in support of your Janissaries like that. And the other thing is that, yeah, it says there that Janissaries are weak against archers. Now, that's most likely because archers can fire on them from a distance. Janissaries still have poor accuracy. Archers, on the other hand, benefit from a bunch of technologies like ballistics and thumb ring to actually make them really accurate, even at extreme long range. And because of that, Janissaries and hand cannoneers are really not very good against archers. Kind of funny, in the Middle Ages, bows do in fact beat guns the vast majority of the time. Seems strange now, but yeah, early guns were really not all that reliable. And of course, you do have to worry about light cavalry closing in on you quickly. However, in the case of Janissaries, though, they're going to be hitting them very hard as they close in with those very powerful close-range shots, though hand cannoneers and Janissaries are generally more effective against infantry than they are against cavalry. They do have an attack bonus against infantry, I believe. So, yeah, they're best employed to prevent swordsmen from closing in with your other vulnerable units, so that's really the main benefit to them. But they're a very interesting unit to use. And now it's time for the history lesson. Some of the best units in the Turkish armies were the Janissaries. These men were slaves captured as children and raised to be fanatical warriors. They wore distinctive white headgear and marched into battle accompanied by music. They fought on foot with a variety of weapons, including early firearms when these weapons reached the Middle East. The military was their entire life, and they took great pride in their ability. They led the successful assault into Constantinople and the unsuccessful Turkish attacks against Malta and Vienna.